All right, how's it going, everybody? Thank you very much for showing up on Sunday night as we are going live right now. I was going to go live on Friday night at 7 p.m., but I decided, based off the building that I live in, it's definitely a lot better to be going live on a night where not everybody is going to be partying at all points in times, and that's kind of what was happening. And I, wanted to make sure that I can have a good live. So as we're going live, please be sure to say who you are, where you're from, what platforms you're drop shipping on, and any questions that you may have while you're at it. Also, please be sure to smash that like button. Let's get this video out to as many people as possible. I'm going to try, I think it's been about 3 weeks in a row now, to have a consistent live every single week, 7 p.m. We're going to try Sunday night, 7 p.m. Go to church Sunday morning. And then, your secondary church is going to be my live at 7 p.m. So, we got Jameson Griffith here. I just saw that. Missed you, bud. I think you missed 2 or 3. So, I was worried. I didn't know where you were, but you are here on this one. So, ask your questions. Like I said, I'm going to go into a little bit about what I wanted to talk about early in this live right away, and then we can kind of get into everything else. Let me know if you can hear me well. I have my volume turned off, and also if there's any other issues, please let me know. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully this works. I haven't used this software very, very much. We're going to pick that, and we're going to share. So pretty much what happened with Sku Grid. So one big announcement that Sku Grid came out with last week, and I'm not sure if any of you saw it, was that they are actually introducing, or they did actually introduce their integration with the Walmart marketplace. So I have been saying for the past, I don't know how many months, that I have a Walmart account. I think a lot of people should get started dropshipping on Walmart. I am in the process of doing so, and I should have items up on Walmart in the next 2 weeks, I would say. I'm doing strictly wholesale drop shipping on Walmart, but you can do retail drop shipping as well. I know a lot of people are doing literally just Amazon onto Walmart, which is legitimately just the reverse of what, has been happening in the past. So, instead of Walmart onto Amazon, now people are doing the reverse. I don't think that that's going to be the best way, but I don't think Walmart's really cracking down on people at the moment. So you can most likely get away with it. As you can see here, if you're on their homepage, it says supported marketplaces, Walmart Marketplace. So they integrated that in on their homepage. They also have wish.com. I've never tried that. Google Shopping. Mercado Libre. Honestly, I am in Mexico right now, and I purchased an item off Mercado Libre to be delivered to me on Wednesday. I purchased it, and it was free delivery for anything over 300 pesos, which is about 15 US dollars. And legitimately it came the next day in 1 day with free shipping. It was amazing. So maybe looking at drop shipping there. It seems to be bigger than Amazon in like South and Central America, Mexico and downwards. But yeah, right here, Walmart Marketplace. I have a screenshot of the email. Basically said, we've been working hard to help our customers expand to new marketplace. We're eager to announce that we've rolled out the Walmart lister at SkuFetch for all of our customers. So they have the Walmart lister, and of course you can use Sku Grid to monitor your suppliers and stock at Walmart. So if we go inside of Sku Grid, and this is just a trial account I made God knows when, and then you go into your settings, you go into marketplaces, connect to new marketplace, scroll down to the W's. There's a lot of W's: Walmart, Canada, Mexico, and US. So it's not just Walmart US, you got Canada and Mexico as well. And then from there, you can integrate in Walmart. I have yet to do it, but it is something that I wanted to bring to everybody's attention so that you can create a Walmart account, which is probably the hardest part about selling on Walmart. You need to be like a real legitimate business. It's kind of, I would say, on par with Amazon's application process, but even possibly a bit harder. And then from there, once you have an account, you can use Sku Grid. You can use other, software out there like Inventory Source or FlexPoint, which is what I've been using, which is their enterprise level and Inventory Source enterprise level software. You can click on the suppliers, and just a little overview for people who haven't seen this or haven't seen this in a while. Any supplier in the United States, if you're in the US, you can sell onto Walmart.com now. Like I said, I've said before in the past, there's like 520, I think, here now. Obviously, not all of them are going to be good. Some of them might not even be real anymore, but just the fact that there is a software out there that offers this many different suppliers you know, it really goes to show that they are going to be the best out there. It's the best software. So that's pretty much what I had to say about Walmart. I think it's going to be really big. And I really do think that you guys, anybody who's taking it to the next level or has been on eBay for a while or has been on Amazon for a while and is really looking for something to, you know, diversify into, you might as well try out Walmart.com. I think that that's going to be something that is going to be the best thing that you can do. So that being said, also, I might have one more update. Let's see. Yeah, let's just talk about it. I'm going to talk about it more inside of the course that I'm going to have to update, and we will have an update for the for the Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course coming up. And I'm going to share my screen one last time. And as I share it, you will see that I have been using ZDrop, which is a Chrome extension and lister. And I believe I've mentioned it at some point in time. I just made a video about it for YouTube that should be launching next week. And pretty much it is a lister. It does other things, but it's really the best at listing. And then these are all the suppliers that it can list on a Facebook Marketplace. Also Etsy, but I don't drop ship on Etsy. Maybe you can look into that as well. And there's a decent amount of suppliers already. And anytime I've asked, they've been able to upload a new one within about like 24 hours. So they are on top of their game. They also do have quick replies for your messaging. So when people ask you the same damn question all the time on Facebook Marketplace, they do have quick replies for that. So I have a YouTube video coming out, I believe on Wednesday about this. So it's going to be answered. Any questions that you have will probably be answered inside of that video. And also I am coming out with an update for the students inside of the Facebook Marketplace course. And if you're interested, I do have a link down below, I believe. And the update should be coming out in the next month or so. So that's about it. Let's get into the questions without further ado. So we got late night internet marketing here. Hey, Tom, Mark Mason here. Looking forward to this live. Let's get this party started. And he gave me a $3 super sticker. Thank you very much. I appreciate very much, Mark. Thank you for the $3. If you have any questions, I will, be obligated to answer them over anybody else's. So I said, ask your questions here when we get started. Oh, I forgot I can show these. Lazy Abrams here. Shows up to almost all the lives. Yo, how's it going? Thank you very much. Mark says, hola, amigo. Thank you. Hola, how's it going? My Spanish is amazing. Jake says, hi, Tom. How's it going? Jameson Griffith showed up. Like I said, I was worried. The man hasn't showed up to like the last three. He went on like an almost 1 year streak, but I do forgive you. So it is okay. And let's keep going. Where are we? Says, hey man, Mark Mason from Dallas, Facebook Marketplace lately. So you've been dropshipping on Facebook Marketplace. I hope you're seeing good results. We have a ton of students that are killing it. And, I'm sure if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen the testimonials. That's where most of them get posted. That's where the most communication is happening nowadays. I like Instagram. YouTube is amazing. I like the lives. I like posting a video and having it last more than like 2 days and get views for, sometimes over a year. But it's a lot more tedious and it's a lot less interactive than Instagram. Instagram is so much more interactive. You can do quizzes. You can ask people questions. You can do lives on there. You can DM people. I think YouTube really needs to keep up or catch up to what Instagram is doing, because Instagram, I believe, is the all-encompassing social media platform at the moment. It's pretty much TikTok with its reels. It has the stories. It has everything. I mean, it's quite the platform. So we got Kimberly in here from Cambridge, Massachusetts. I moved away, Kimberly. I'm sorry. She's doing very well with Facebook Marketplace. Well, I'm glad you are. I hope you're surviving the cold there. I don't know how much snow that they've been getting recently, but my parents had a decent amount at least a week or so ago. So hopefully you are, surviving that, and the spring is right around the corner. Tess is here from doing Facebook Marketplace from the Windy City, the suburbs of Chicago. Well, I hope you're doing well with Facebook Marketplace as well, Tess. And I hope you are also staying warm there. We got Maxine F. Hi, Tom. How's it going? Rashawn, I believe that's how you pronounce it, from New York City. Hey there. New Jersey, Real Lindsay. How's it going? 1 month on Facebook Marketplace, says Ronald. Walmart course coming from Big Chungus. Wasn't that like a meme or something with like Bugs Bunny like a year or so ago? I don't plan on having a Walmart course anytime soon at all, honestly. Like, I only put out courses on things that I have knowledge on for a long period of time. And although the drop shipping is all pretty much the same, I do think that taking on a platform like Walmart as compared to taking on a platform like Facebook Marketplace very quickly, will be a little bit more of an undertaking. Facebook Marketplace really doesn't have that many moving parts to it, so it was quite easy to learn, apply what's already been known to the platform and figure everything out and kind of be able to come out with the training decently quickly on it. But with Walmart, I think that there will be, a little bit more that has to go into it. And I want to make sure that I know it completely. I'm not going to agree to a single time. I assume my internet's not doing well. Wasn't having trouble before anyone else. Is my internet doing well? Let me know if everything's doing well with my internet here. But so I'm going to keep going in as if there isn't an issue with my internet, but I have no idea. I am in Mexico. So how are you getting second Facebook account if no one will let you use theirs? I mean, that's pretty much how I'm getting mine. So, I have to have people let me use theirs. There are ways that you can buy Facebook accounts off the internet. There's definitely marketplaces for it. But again, so I said I have crystal clear internet. There are marketplaces to buy these things. So you can do that. But again, when Facebook starts asking for a social security number, at that point in time, it might be a little bit more challenging as to what you can actually, do. I don't know if anybody's ever put their same social on 2 different accounts. So I'm really not too positive what you can do at that point in time. But, if you have somebody else that is like a friend or whatever, even if you just offer to give them like a cut of the actual profits or something, that's probably the best way to go about it. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm saying what I would most likely do, and that's what I would most likely do and have done. All right, so everybody's saying that my internet's decent. Faison, I passed your question. No, I did not. No, you're wrong. It's the next one. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, I'm trying to drop ship on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. I'm from London, UK. How can I views on Facebook listings since not a lot of people are viewing? Any advice would be appreciated. So on Facebook Marketplace, if you're in the UK, you do not have the shipping option. So you're going to have to be, facilitating these deals without the shipping option by, either sending PayPal requests or getting them to pay you some way, shape, or form. At that point in time, I believe you can move yourself into a city that's more populated. I'm not sure how it would work in UK, but if you're in London, then you're going to have the most population is going to be right there. At that point in time, it's all about the items that you're listing and really just making sure that you're putting up the best items, that you possibly can. So you want to make sure that you are doing that, listing the best items, and really at that point in time, you should be fine. I mean, you're not going to get as many views as somebody in the United States with the shipping option. But, I was even talking with Andrew, the kid that I know down here in Mexico. He's from London area as well. And he said that he's been doing great with his drop shipping. It does take extra work, he said. You do have to put more work in, but he has a VA that's listing for him on his Facebook account, he told me. And for the amount of work that's put into it, he said he clearly benefits from, the actual profit that is coming out of it. Although he said it would be much better if he did have the shipping option. But like I've said, we've had students in Australia, UK, other places hitting $1,000 profit a month, but it will take more time to actually, get the results of it. I just scrolled down so that we have somebody from Everett, Mass. Do I have like a secret Massachusetts following now that I don't know, as I'm getting bigger, more people know I'm from Massachusetts. I don't know. It's interesting. So Maxine says, Tom, I'm using Sku Grid and wondering if I should just use the file extension or do I have to use the Chrome extension? Is that not the same thing? Oh, the file exchange is what you're talking about. Or do I have to use the Chrome extension? Which one are you using? So I did teach the Chrome extension before the file exchange method was created, but that method was made and created, I believe, like a year and a half ago. Ever since then, I have only been using the file exchange method. The file exchange method is much easier. You don't have to have the Chrome extension on all the time. Like, you have to keep the Chrome extension on in order for it to work. But they did make an update, I think, to change that. But you have to at least keep your computer on. For the file exchange, you don't need any of that. It's just automatic. It's pretty much like API at that point in time, minus the fact that it's not through the API. I've been using that method for well over a year and a half, I believe, since it came out, and it's been working fine. The only issue is that sometimes your token, because you have to do a file exchange token, sometimes that token like expires, and you'll get like a notification from Sku Grid, but you want to make sure that you're checking because sometimes the email either doesn't get sent or you don't see it. And then, make sure to check in your file exchange if you're getting updates sent into eBay every single day. All you have to do is type in file exchange eBay, and you can find it that way. And at that point in time, you're good to go. I think it's the best way to do it. I've had no issues with it, minus, like I said, it expiring. And then once it expires, you just have to get a new token, upload it in. Make sure you upload it into your Sku fetch as well, and you should be good to go. It's like a 5-minute fix once you understand what you're doing. Also, I got my first haircut down here. I was scared because I didn't know if they could speak English very well, and I wasn't going to be able to communicate it, but it worked out. So you got to trust them. You got to trust them. There's been issues with Walmart Marketplace with customers claiming refunds and Walmart signs with the customers. I have seen that actually. I've seen it where people, I think, what's the excuse that they use? It's like disappeared after delivered or something, or like something after shipment. Like they basically say that it like didn't show up even though the tracking said it showed up, and they get, their money back. That is something that needs to be dealt with. Again, like I said, I haven't fully started on Walmart yet. So, it's pretty much, I have to work towards that. So as I've said, please be sure to ask all of your questions that you have. Any question you have as we're going throughout this, I'm going to answer every single one. And also please be sure to smash that like button. Let's get this out to as many people as possible. And for those of you that are just showing up, I'm trying to go live on Sunday at 7 p.m. now because it is a much quieter day to be doing a live on, and much more convenient in general, I think, for more people. So we're going to be doing that, and that's that. So MH Gaming says, I just got suspended from eBay even though I did wholesale dropship after submitting my first listing. So I don't know what to say. You submitted your first listing, you get suspended. That happens with pretty much everybody. It doesn't matter if it's wholesale drop shipping listing or not. How the hell are they supposed to know? It was your first listing. Inside of all the trainings I ever had, I believe I even have a YouTube video I made on it about 1.5 years ago, that you are going to get suspended most likely when you list your first listing. I don't know why eBay does this that's their method of checking. After that, you have to call to them. Once you call them, they ask you questions from your personal record or your public record about you. They ask you, did you ever drive this car, or did you ever live at any of these addresses or anything like that? And then at that point in time, you are good to go usually. Make sure that you answer the questions correctly, and you'll be good to go. They'll unlock your account. That's just their way of checking. I don't know why. Like, there's definitely easier ways that they could be doing this, or better ways, I think, to check instead of just banning people right off the bat. Because if you didn't know to call in, like if you didn't have somebody like me on the internet telling you, oh yeah, you just get banned every time you list your first listing on a new account, and then you just have to call in and you're fine. If you didn't have somebody like me saying that, then like you'd be screwed, or you'd have no idea. But like, that's just what happens. I got a letter from eBay, even though I'm doing wholesale dropshipping too. I'm appealing. I don't know what type of letter you mean. Like you got appeal. You got a letter about drop shipping. I'm not sure. Hi, Tom. Canadian dropping in here. No pub. I don't know what no pub is, but thank you very much for showing up, Damien. There's still some minor issues with Z drop to Etsy. So again, I've never listed onto Etsy. I do not I don't drop ship on Etsy yet. It's really nothing that I've looked into. I know that it can be done, and I know that it's something where you need to make sure that you're actually, what the hell is this? Connection is fairly good. You're on Wi-Fi. Why did that say that? I know that you need to make sure that your images look a little bit different and everything like that, but I know that people do it and they make good money doing it. Hey, Tom, Tiffany here from Maryland. Thank you very much, Tiffany, for showing up. I've seen you at a lot of the lives recently. Hey, Tom, good to be here. Thank you for showing up. Got a hi from John. How's it going? What's up, brother? Are you delegating everything to a VA? I haven't been listing recently and looking to hire one. Yeah, I mean, everything I've ever done has been eventually delegated and sent to a virtual assistant. It needs to be done. You cannot be sitting there and doing the same repetitive tasks every single day. You should, at the end of every single month, sit down and write down things that you think need to be outsourced to a virtual assistant, or things that you do every single day that could most likely be outsourced. Even if it's something that saves you 30 minutes a day, that adds up over time. And it's not just the 30 minutes a day it adds up and saves. It's also the mental capacity that you only have a certain amount of willpower to do things every single day. Usually that amount of willpower is in the morning. You know, when you wake up in the morning, you know, you get your coffee and your whatever you do to wake yourself up. And then, you know, you have like three real good hours of like focus. If you throw your cell phone in a different room or in a lockbox somewhere and you sit down at your computer, work probably doesn't feel like work for the first couple hours of the day. And then as the time goes on, you're sitting there and you haven't gone outside yet, or you haven't really done anything. Then maybe you get hungry or something like that. Then you start slowing down. You know, if you have all these little tasks that are taking up that like those golden hours of the day, like these repetitive tasks that you could easily outsource, then you're wasting your time, and you should be spending that time on bigger and better tasks. So that's what I have to say about it. That's kind of the method that I've always taken and the approach that I've always taken to outsourcing. Every single month or any single time that you've been doing this task and you go, wow, like, why am I doing this? I should be outsourcing this. Then that's when you know you should be outsourcing it. Should outsource everything sooner rather than later, I would say. We got John saying hi again. Thank you, John, for saying hi twice. I appreciate it. We got Tiffany from Maryland on Facebook Marketplace. Thank you, Tiffany, for letting me know. I hope you're doing well on Facebook Marketplace. Tess says the live stream wasn't working, but then everybody else said it was working. So maybe it was her internet, I hope, because I try to have the best internet possible here, but the upload speed still isn't that great. Any tricks on how to get shipping option faster on Facebook Marketplace? Mentioned it before. Pretty much you want to make sure that you are listing items on it. You should list items from around your house. You should list items from things that, you know, just you could easily sell. If you live in the United States and you have a house or an apartment, I'm sure that there are things that have been sitting around in your house or apartment for a long period of time that you don't use, that you don't want, or you just really need to sell or could sell and make money off of. That's where you should start, because even if you do have Marketplace, you might not have the shipping option because you've never actually used Marketplace before in the past. A lot of people, I'd say like 95% of people that get Marketplace on their account in the United States have the shipping option right away because they've probably used it in the past before. At that point in time, if that doesn't work, you can start listing up more and more items that are like actual drop shipping items. And from there, you know, you want to be facilitating the drop shipping sales either through, you know, PayPal or Venmo or something like that, where they're paying you and you're doing it all kind of off of Facebook. And then at that point in time, eventually it should show up. There's no real set method to do so that we figured out or anybody has figured out yet. And that's pretty much all we've got. Hopefully it shows up. Most people, it shows up pretty fairly quickly. And I just found out I have another Facebook account recently that I made way back in the day that I'm going to try to get the shipping option on. It has Marketplace again, but it does not have the shipping option because it's a Facebook account I made, I think, back in like 10th grade. So probably over 10 years ago. And I recovered it. So we're going to try to see how to get the shipping option on it, because it does have Marketplace, but it has no friends, no profile picture, and no shipping option. So we're going to try. It'll be a nice experiment. So Ronald says, hey, Tom, what's a good dropshipping business model to diversify into after having some decent Facebook Marketplace results? I'd say the best way to go is probably eBay after this. eBay, you are not going to get as high of profit margins, but I will say that it will get you more prepared for any other type of dropshipping method that you're doing. Because Facebook Marketplace is kind of the outlier in how easy it is to set up and how much of a lack of you don't need a real business. You don't need really anything. You just list items and then you're pretty much good to go. That's not how every single dropshipping system works. You know, there is a lot more to it. And you're gonna want to probably move into eBay, even though you'll probably be a little bit upset at the margins because they're gonna be lower. You'll probably be making more consistent sales just because you can make sales very easily, but the margins won't be as high. So you probably end up making less money on eBay, let's be honest. But it will prepare you for something like Amazon or something like Walmart or any other type of platform other than Facebook Marketplace further on down the road. So that's what I think. And that's what I think will be the best. Other than that, I mean, I don't really have any other suggestions. So, all right, tell me my internet's good. So hopefully it is. Hey, Tom, how do you find sellers on eBay who are drop shipping from Amazon? So first off, I do not suggest drop shipping Amazon onto eBay at all. You will most likely get your account flagged and or get the drop shipping email very quickly by doing that method. So I don't think you should do it whatsoever. But if you were to do it for whatever reason of ignoring what I've said for the last probably 2 years, what I would do is most likely just go in. This is what I used to. I haven't done this in a long time. Is go on to Amazon, go find like a bestseller or just any type of item in general. Excuse me. And then just copy the title and paste it into eBay. At that point in time, you should probably be able to find, if you just take the title and paste it into eBay exactly, a decent amount of accounts that are selling that item with a white background, a stock image, you know, that has the same description as Amazon does. And at that point in time, you found somebody dropshipping Amazon onto eBay. It's the same way of finding anybody else. Walmart on eBay, Home Depot on eBay, whatever. And then at that point in time, you can just spider your way through all the different sellers, and then kind of just break off that way. That's probably the easiest way to do it, or go find a bestseller on Amazon and do it that way. But again, I highly don't suggest drop shipping Amazon onto eBay. And I don't think that anybody can tell you that they are being successful or wildly successful with Amazon onto eBay in 2021. I do not think that it is even possible to do so, but I would love to be proved wrong. If you can find me somebody that has results, don't go out there and try to prove me wrong and then get your account banned right away. Somebody else, if you find them on Zik or whatever. Oh, Jason's in here. Thank you for showing up, Jason. I was going to invite you to come on this live, but maybe you can come on next week. We need to give the people what they want. And we need a good duo live coming up sometime soon. Have you seen OA Genius's new tracking number generator for DoorDash orders? No, but I believe I did see somebody else mention it. It could be, they could be on to something. I'm not sure what they're doing. So I have not seen it yet. No, I haven't really looked at anything OA Genius does that much. They want me to partner with them a lot. And I haven't done it. It's just, they're not for me. So that's that. I'm sure it's decent. Again, if you want to avoid the DoorDash orders, most likely then from Walmart, then just first off, somebody in the course in our group said that they did contact Walmart's customer support, and the customer support said that there will be an option sometime soon to turn off them sending their orders to people through DoorDash. And also the fact that they said that you could do it if you just complain to them right now. And you should be good to go. But I'm not sure. I don't use Walmart either, but maybe you can hopefully turn it off. Faison said I passed the question, but I didn't. Tess says I'm good now. Tom, are you using VAs for doing all of your listing and ordering on Facebook Marketplace? If so, do you have them use a dedicated VPN? I have everybody using a VPN right now, mainly because of the fact that I'm using a VPN. And it's just easier that way, I believe. But in the past, I've had them not using a VPN. I know other people that don't use a VPN or do use a VPN. I really don't think it matters too much. As long as they keep seeing the same exact people or the same exact IP addresses coming across, then you should be good to go. Even on Instagram, people log in and then they say, oh, we haven't seen this one for a while or haven't seen this IP ever before. So then they make you send a code to your email. But if they've seen it before, your IP multiple times before, then they don't even ask for that code. So it's kind of like that same thing. And Instagram kind of gives you like an actual look into it. So I think that's, you could, if you want to be safe about it, but you have to realize a VPN is just a recycled, tons of people are using that same IP address because tons of people are using that same VPN. So they know exactly what that VPN is. They know exactly what that IP address is. So you're really not fooling anybody if you think that that's going to help. But for security or safety purposes, if you want to, you can try it out. I know if you buy from Amazon, won't they know it's coming from Amazon? So, again, I don't suggest dropshipping from Amazon onto eBay. But if you're doing it on a Facebook Marketplace, we have a lot of students that are doing it very successfully. And you got to think about this, John. First off, there is a way that you can connect other marketplaces and other orders into Amazon and have Amazon do your fulfilled by Amazon items for other platforms. It's called the cross-platform fulfillment method, or whatever they call it. So no matter what, you could be selling your Walmart items and having them coming up in Amazon boxes anyways, and being like perfectly legitimate. But with the whole dropshipping aspect of it, you have to realize most people just expect, like, 1 out of every 1,000 customers is going to complain. Most people just get their item, they open it up, and they that's it. Nobody really complains about it. Like I said, only 1 in 1,000 typically do complain. And then sometimes you'll have this rarity where a student sells their first item and then that person complains, and then they're like, oh, I don't believe you. And then, but any experienced person that's on this live right now will tell you that it's very low percentage of people will complain. A very, very, very low percent, below 1. So it doesn't really matter. Will they see the box? Possibly. But again, most people just open it. Oh, I got my item, good to go. I've been drop shipped before. I'm sure you have too, and you didn't even know it. So it is what it is. It's really not the biggest ordeal. I made a video on Instagram, I believe, saying, what about the invoice? Kind of talking about this the other day. So check that out if you are interested. And we're halfway through this right now. We've got 30 more minutes or 29 minutes or however long more I'm going to stay on. We've got 60 people watching right now. Please be sure to smash that like button. Let's get this out to as many people as possible. I'm not sure how many we have. I haven't checked yet. I'm in my different software, but I will in a bit. So, didn't know that. I don't remember what I said. We got e-commerce total from Everett, Massachusetts. How's it going? I used to live in East Boston, but I moved. I am not there anymore. Hi, Tom. Just got banned on Facebook Marketplace after several posts. Says they will review and get back to me within 24 hours. It's been over a month. No response from Facebook. Any suggestions? You should probably open up a case on your cell phone with Facebook Marketplace. Any student that we've ever seen get banned, I've never personally been banned, on Facebook Marketplace gets their Marketplace account back within like legitimately 24 to 48 hours. I've never seen anybody be banned for over a month. I've never seen anybody get permanently banned. I've seen people, get banned. One student, the one that was absolutely killing it, Jake Penny, for some reason, Facebook seems to ban the ones that are doing a ton of sales. Like for some reason, whether you trip something in their system or whatever, and then you get it back. I believe Jake Penny's been banned 3 times, and he's gotten it back every single time and still does a ton of sales with it. So, I don't know. I would definitely open up a case on your cell phone through Facebook Marketplace where it says like get help or whatever. I can do it. I don't know what it says off the top of my head. And at that point in time, you should be good. Big Chungus says, any chance has there been a way to Facebook dropship it onto the UK coming from a US based seller? I don't see the point in it. You would need to make sure that your US based supplier will ship to the UK. And at that point in time, the shipping time is going to be extremely long because you need to have a 3-day handling time on Facebook Marketplace. But Facebook Marketplace in the UK doesn't have the shipping ability. So you'd have to be doing it by yourself anyways. And at that point in time, I don't see the point in doing it. How is it going to be cost effective to ship from the United States to the UK? I feel like it's going to be extremely expensive to ship from the United States to the UK. And at that point in time, you'd probably have to mark your item up extremely high. And then at that point in time, I don't think that that's worth it. I may just have to find good products. Yes. Hey, Tom, what's the most effective way to find sellers that are dropshipping Amazon to eBay? Okay. For anybody watching this, if I haven't answered your question yet, I have not scrolled down far enough. And I am now at minute 7:14. So I'm about 20 minutes behind on questions. So your questions will come and get answered just in due time. Okay, I'm going to switch to the file to save $20. Thanks, you're welcome. Hopefully that helps. It's very easy. How long are you going to be in Playa del Carmen? I've been here for almost 6 weeks now. I don't plan on leaving. I do have a flight to go to Costa Rica to meet up with a friend. May 5th, I believe, May 5th, range around there. So I'll leave then, and then I'll come back, which will hopefully reset, and I'll get another 6 months. And I don't plan on going back to the States unless I have to. I have a bachelor party I have to go to in July, so I'll probably have to go there. But who knows? I don't know. times change, things change. We're in a wild time right now. But I do not plan on leaving. It's too nice and too inexpensive to go back to Boston. I'd be a fool, honestly. How do you work with wholesale supplier that doesn't give you a product / stock sheet? So it's pretty hard, honestly. They're most likely a very primitive wholesale supplier. At that point in time, though, they most likely don't have that many items. And if they do, then I probably wouldn't deal with that supplier. But if they are really good and you see a lot of promise in them for whatever reason, then you can have a virtual assistant go through and check. Hopefully they give the stock on their website. If they don't give the stock on their website, then that's probably even more of a challenge. You really need to weigh, are they worth working with the added hassles that have to, come into play here. But if they are, then I would get a virtual assistant, make a spreadsheet where the virtual assistant's checking the stock and everything like that every single day or every other day or however often you think that they're going in and out of stock. It's really up to you at that point in time. A type of wholesale supplier like that with you going off and using them wherever is when it's really more of you running your business because nobody else can tell you what to do. Where if, it's Amazon or Walmart onto eBay, there's tons of people that are doing that. So I could tell you, what to do. But when you get to that point, which I do appreciate that you've gone out of your way and found the wholesale suppliers and everything like that you want to use. At that point in time, it really is up to you in finding the system that works best for you and your business. So AMRY says, called lost after, on Walmart, lost after delivery. What the hell does that even mean? They picked it up and they placed it down. They forgot where they put it. Like, what does lost after delivery mean? That's one thing I do not want to deal with. That's worse than Amazon, honestly. Like when people can just say anything on Amazon and at least you can fight it. But from what I've heard, this lost after delivery thing on Walmart is really a bummer, honestly. But we'll see. Ecom Tomcat's in the house. How's it going? I don't know how I didn't see this one earlier. 54 people watching. Smash that like button. You have to listen to Ecom Tomcat. He knows what he's talking about. Thank you for showing up to the live. Thanks for sending me things on Facebook about Mexico and things that are happening around me. I appreciate it. And if you have anything else, send it my way. I personally would not work with a supplier that would not give me a line sheet that included UPC codes. That's your rules. I mean, I know some people would say otherwise, but I personally at this point in time probably would not either. It really depends on if they're like really small scale, then they probably don't have that and they probably just have a lot in stock anyways, and it's probably not that many items at that point in time. If you think it's worthwhile, then you might as well go for it. Is there any downsides of using wholesale drop shipping and why they do wholesale for single, and why would they do wholesale for single items? Honestly, I don't see any downsides to it. Obviously the downside is you're not buying in wholesale. So if you were buying in bulk and wholesale, you'd clearly get a cheaper price on it and or save on shipping costs. But that's kind of to be expected with the territory of drop shipping as compared to retail versus wholesale. The biggest issue I've seen, or the biggest downside, is that some of these retailers like Walmart literally have bigger buying, like huge, massive, like buying quantities or buying power. So they can actually buy these items in massive bulk, and even drop shipping from a retailer might sometimes be cheaper than drop shipping from a wholesale supplier, depending on what you are drop shipping. With that being said, why would the wholesale supplier do wholesale for single items? Well, most of them are doing wholesale drop shipping, which is and wholesale, so you can buy in bulk and they'll send you a freight pallet or whatever the hell you want, or you can do it one individually. And at that point in time, you're just drop shipping it. They have the ability to do both. And at that point in time, why not? They've integrated in another aspect to their business to make more sales, and a lot of people will utilize it. So that's why I believe they do it. And I think that that's what your question meant, but I'm not 100% sure because it was worded a little weirdly. Can you drop ship from eBay onto Facebook? You definitely can. So we've had students that are doing it, and I've never personally really done it. But what a lot of people are saying is that as long as you find a eBay seller that has like a lot of feedback, like hundreds of thousands of feedback, and they're most likely buying wholesale from China or in bulk from China from like Alibaba or AliExpress or something like that, most likely Alibaba, And then they're bringing it into their warehouses in the United States. And then at that point in time, you know, they're listing it up and they're doing all the shipping out of their own warehouse, and they have hundreds of thousands of feedback, and they have a pretty fast shipping time. At that point in time, I don't see why not. You know, it's pretty much like another supplier, like would be on, you know, doing Walmart on a Facebook Marketplace, but instead it's just a massive seller that's on eBay. I don't see why not. You can get tax exempt on eBay. If you want to, you can. And I don't see any real issue with it. Minus the fact you just got to be real careful. I'd probably order the first one to yourself. Make sure that they actually, you know, maybe they brand it weird. Maybe it comes in some sort of eBay-based packaging, or I mean, which still won't matter that much. But just make sure you order it first and kind of just see what it looks like. Make sure they get it out in time, and you can trust them. And then from there, just try it out. Why not? As a beginner to sell on Amazon, which niche or product I choose first? That's a pretty open-ended question here. Whatever works for you, but I have a feeling you have not looked into much of what my channel is about. So I'm just going to move to the next question. Can you drop? Okay, that's the same question. Hello from Singapore. How's it going, Raj? How many hours do you work a day? I mean, it really depends. Some days, none or very little. Almost every day I work. I mean, I guess I would consider working being just sitting on my phone and checking Instagram or something like that. You know, that is working. How many hours a day do I work? It really depends. It could be anywhere up to like 8 to 10, sometimes 2, sometimes 4. It's really pretty all over the place. But I'd say most days, at least Monday through Friday, I wake up by like 8 or 9. I start working to like noon to 2-ish range, usually try to get some sort of food and then keep working on and off intermittently from there for the rest of the day. It really depends. I mean, my schedule's pretty much whatever I want it to be. So I don't see why. I don't really make anything too set in stone or anything like that. So Mike says, I appreciate it. It would also be so good when we are able to bulk upload wholesale suppliers on a Facebook Marketplace. That is very true. And I do believe it will happen in the next few months. I really hope so. But you know, it all depends. Tess says, smash that like button. Let's try to get at least 50 likes on this video. We're only at 26 right now. We don't have a lot of like participation on this video. Smash that like button. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are lurking or not actually liking the video. Just we'll get it out to much more people, and it would definitely help out my YouTube channel. I got to start making more videos. I made one over the weekend, and I have more videos that are coming out or in the pipeline. So that's that. Where are we? Do I give my VA my login Facebook password? So you don't actually have to give them the password. If you use LastPass, you can actually share passwords with anybody as long as they make a LastPass account. And at that point in time, you can say that you share it, but you don't want them to see it. So as long as they have the LastPass, last as in LAST, pass as in PASS. If they have LastPass, you have LastPass, you can share it with their email. And then they don't have to actually see the password. They can just it logs them in, but they don't have to see it. And at that point in time, it at least keeps your password safe. If you're somebody that might use the same password across a lot of things, which I don't anymore, but I used to be quite the person that would do that. So I understand if other people do. Edward says, hi, how's it going, Edward? Thank you very much for showing up here. PayPal put my account on something called rolling reserve for 20% of the payments received from eBay. How do I get out of this? Honestly, I don't think there is a way to get out of it. All right, Ellis, if you're going to ask the same question like 8 times, you're legitimately going to get banned out of here. I just saw that you asked like 15 times, dude. Come on. PayPal put my account on something called a rolling reserve for 20% of the payments received on eBay. How do you get out of this? So you're not going to be able to get out of that, I don't think. I've seen people get put into it. I don't know why. I think it's because you weren't really, I don't know, maybe you had bad metrics. Maybe you weren't doing, I don't know. I have no clue. I've seen it happen very rarely. And again, at that point in time, I'm not sure how to get out of it. Maybe call PayPal, see what's up, or try to get put into eBay managed payments. At that point in time, you won't have to deal with PayPal, and you should at least be able to save some time and issues that way. So we got about 15 minutes left on this live. Get any of your last questions out of the way, and I will finish it up. We will hit the 1 hour mark, and hopefully I will have finished all of the questions. I'm starting to sweat by then. Big Chungus says, any books do you recommend? Honestly, I do recommend the 4 Hour Work Week, as cliche as that book is. I really do think, or for me to say how cliche it is, I do think it is a great book. And I do think that the idea of, having 2 real major tasks that you want to finish throughout the day, and as long as you get those done, that's really, like I said earlier in the live, if you only have a certain amount of willpower, when you wake up to do things throughout the day. So you want to be using that on your 2 biggest tasks. If you start doing things where you're just answering emails or looking at your text messages or your Instagram, things like that, you're wasting time and you're wasting willpower to be and energy to be doing things that you actually should be doing. You always know what you should be doing. The real question is if you actually act upon it and actually do what you know you need to be doing. Like, there's a lot of things that people put off, or I've been put off, but you want to be doing the 2 biggest things every single day that you know you need to do. I'd say that hits the head 4 Hour Work Week. And I don't think that working 4 hours in a week is really something you should ever try to strive for. But if you can strive for, accomplishing tasks that you know you need to do, and really just trying to better yourself every single day, and weed out things that you don't need to be doing. He always talks about the 80-20 principle, where 80% of the results that you get come from 20% of, what you're doing. So this could be on YouTube videos. Like, I'd say 20% of my YouTube videos have gotten me 80% of my followers. That's pretty damn accurate. Same thing with 20% of your items on your eBay store will most likely get you 80% of your actual sales. And I'd even go as far as say it's probably 10% of your items or less, or even 5% of your items are getting you the majority of your sales. So focus on what's working, and don't try to spend your time trying to do a bajillion different things if those things aren't going to get you 80% of your results. Like, why would you fight and do an extra 80% of work to get 20% extra results? It doesn't make sense. You want to be doing the things that actually matter. And other than that, I don't really read that much. I'm not going to lie. I'm not very good at reading. Ellis spamming the group. How do I automate Facebook dropshipping? You don't. There's really no automation to it. Limit PayPal. Okay. Spending an inordinate amount of time listing, fulfilling, uploading, tracking. I'm ready to outsource, but I'm highly stuck on trusting foreign VA. You don't trust foreigners? Is that what it is, Ronald? Is that what I'm hearing? Can you speak to that? Yeah, I would say that the number one thing I would speak to is that you just need to start with a task that isn't going to leave you in jeopardy in any way, shape, or form, or give them any sensitive information. At that point in time, you'll probably realize that they are very trustworthy people. And then from there, once you feel comfortable, move them into, other types of tasks or roles. So, listing, fulfilling, and uploading. I don't even know what platform you're talking about, but one thing you could start them off with is sourcing items. At that point in time, they don't need to be in any of your accounts. They won't have access to any of your credit cards or anything related to your business other than just sourcing items. And you'll realize that at that point in time, you'll find ones that either you think are good or aren't good. And then you can move into building a team based off of that, or move that person into another task where maybe they're listing and they're inside of your account fulfilling orders at that point in time. There's always ways to check them and double check and make sure that, they're not screwing you over. And again, you need to realize that if you're getting them off like a trustworthy platform, not just somebody that randomly messages you on Facebook and says, I'll be your VA. Like, if you're getting them off a trustworthy platform, they're most likely well vetted out. They've most likely had to upload documents proving who they are and making sure they don't have a past shady track record. And why would they want to screw themselves and taint their own name when, most likely they want to live being a virtual assistant, which would mean that they need to be doing good work and not screwing people over, because word of mouth travels pretty well, and they will most likely not be getting hired or get kicked off the platform that you're finding them on. So, you got to just take the leap of faith, put them into a position that really isn't that, just high profile, and you should be good. Solution, limit PayPal. I don't know what you're talking about. If you have a limited PayPal, I've already said I'm not sure what to do. and I've never had any issues with PayPal. I'm assuming it's because you're most likely don't live in the United States, and I'm just assuming that based off of your name. And then at that point in time, I'm really also not sure what to do because I'm from the United States. Would you recommend using AutoDS for Facebook Marketplace? Apparently, there is they have a version. I haven't really looked into it honestly, and it's mainly because I trust SkuGrid a lot more, and I think that they have obviously many more just suppliers to be using. So you should be probably going that way. I mean, it's really up to you. And ZDrop has the lister for a bunch of the suppliers that are on SkuGrid. Almost all of them are on SkuGrid. So at that point in time, I like that combination better. AutoDS is only ever focused on like Amazon, Walmart, Home Depot, and stuff like that. And I really do think that there's ways there you should be diversifying outside of that. And I don't see why you wouldn't want to. So, that's kind of my biggest issue with AutoDS, and what I've always had. He always messages me and tries to get me to do it, push his software or whatever. And I always say you only have like 3 suppliers, and then he just messages me back, and then I don't message him or whatever. I mean, it never gets anywhere. So that's where I am with that software. I've not looked into it. What is Chrome and file exchange on SkuGrid? So just use the file exchange method. There's no way I can explain it all in the next 9 minutes, but there's videos on SkuGrid on their YouTube channel. They have help documents. They have a lot of stuff out there for you to be able to, find out on your own. Edward says, do you teach Facebook Marketplace? Yes, we have a training down below. In the description down below this video, I have probably like 5, 6, 7 videos on it already on YouTube. And we have a free PDF, kind of giving 5 reasons why you should get started with Facebook Marketplace, which is also down below in the description. And that's that. What is API? Again, you just Google it. These are easily Googleable questions. Any good wholesale suppliers to dropship on Facebook Marketplace? I have like 4 to 5 YouTube videos talking about wholesale dropshipping suppliers. I think it would be a disservice for you to not watch those videos. So I think you should go and check. I'll even give you the permission to leave this live right now. And I'm pretty sure I said these exact words. Last live I did. Leave the live right now. I posted one within like the last 3 months about wholesale dropshipping suppliers and how to find them. Nobody makes good money dropshipping anymore. Suppliers can't do their job. Plus, way too many people willing to make pennies and cutting everyone's throat. Rob, I believe you are just probably not doing the right things. We had one student on Facebook Marketplace make $42,000 in like 3 months with Facebook Marketplace. So I don't know what you're talking about. An item I ordered on Walmart actually didn't arrive. I just had to tell them it didn't come, and I had a refund a day later. LOL. Fun fact, it came 2 days later. Honestly, that stuff like that does happen. And even with drop shipping, I highly always suggest that you should be tracking your items through to completion, because sometimes you'll realize that these items just don't show up, or, they got stuck for like 10 days. And, if this was an item that you actually ordered for yourself, maybe it got stuck for 10 days, at that point in time, they're going to refund you. And then from there, maybe it will show up, or it got lost via Pony Express or whatever the hell USPS or these companies are doing nowadays, because I feel like it's only gotten worse over time with their ability to just not just get things delivered in a timely manner or in the right place, or delivered like 5 towns over to the wrong town. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand how they are that poor at doing their job. But again, I'm not sure. I've never worked in the business. Can you drop ship from eBay? You already asked this question like literally a long time ago, and I already answered it. Now is a good time to mention tomorrow's March 1st coaching call, just $19.99 a month. So yeah, it's only for students. So if you've already signed up, I don't even know if we have a landing page for people to sign up. But if you are a student and you are signed up for the group coaching call tomorrow, we do have a group coaching call March 1st. It'll be for as long as you guys ask questions, starting at 7 p.m. Back in the early 2000s, we was killing it drop shipping. Now everyone seems to be selling products less than they paid for it. Too much work for pennies. Products from China on hand is way to go. Thanks, Rob. We was still killing it. How do you get tax exempt on eBay? Honestly, there's a way to do it. Look up tax exemption on eBay. I've never personally done it, but they came out with it probably about a year and a half ago. And it is definitely possible. I don't think it's that hard. It should be something similar on par with getting tax exempt on Amazon. Again, I'm not too 100% sure. Just Google it. I'm sure that there is a way to, I'm sure they have a post somewhere about it. For getting tax exempt on eBay, can that also be in the seller account or only buying? I mean, your seller account is your buying account on eBay. They're not separate at all. You don't log into a different one. You don't even log into a different portal. Like on Amazon, you log into the Amazon seller portal and then the Amazon buying profile, but they're under the same email, or they can be under the same email. But on eBay, there's no difference. You just log in. So it's on the same account. It's on whatever account you want it to be on. It's all up to you. It's all up to you, Lazy Abram. I believe in you. 4-hour day work week is totally achievable. If you want to do 4 hours a day every day, yes, that's definitely achievable. But the 4-hour work week is 4 hours of work in a week is what he says. And with anything that any of his 4-hour books that he's made, they are all, they do speak very highly and they make promises. And, I'm sure most of it isn't very possible. But again, it gets you thinking, and it's clickbaity. That's the whole point. He even says it inside of his book that he had tested like 10 different titles. And then that's the title that, was the best or did the best after he split tested it with the same methods that he teaches you in the book. So I think that's kind of the whole purpose of it. So we're almost done here. I'm going to answer the last few questions. Be sure to smash that like button. We didn't get that many on this video, but let's at least try to get 40. Let's try to get 40 likes before we go. We got 7 more likes to go. Rashawn says, appreciate all the insight, Tom. Thank you very much. You're welcome. I appreciate you showing up. Dang, Q1 ends next month. Yes, it does. Time flies. I mean, it's already the first 2 months, I'm gonna lie. It's up to you to take the action and really just go out of your way to make things happen, because the time will keep passing. And if you don't take the action, then maybe you'll look and be like, oh, wow, 2021's over. Wow. It's time flies. Time flies is what I can say. Where are we? So what are your current dropship income streams? If that's not private, I sell on eBay, multiple different accounts, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, gonna get started with Walmart. But pretty much we have a big project in the pipeline. Jason and I pairing up on another project where pretty much it's going to be like a massive drop shipping type brand. And it's going to be across multiple different platforms. So that's in the works. We just started a new business last week. New LLC, new bank accounts, got a brand new Amex credit card for it right off the bat. Got everything. We're trying to do it all legitimate. All, as if we know exactly what we're doing, because a lot of things that we've done in the past are start and then figure out things that we should have done, later, afterwards, a lot later, and kind of backtrack. We want, we've been in the game for long enough, over 3 years now, that, we know, or 3.5 years probably now. Jason's probably been in it for like 4 years. Oh my God. But, we know exactly what we need to do right off the bat in order to get things up and running. So, the American Express Plum card right off the bat definitely helped us out or will help us out. We went with a strictly online banking route, which is called Novo, which I believe somebody was talking about, I forget, on our group coaching call last month. And we signed up for it. So hopefully that's good. We just got approved today. Got our sales tax IDs. We can get approved by a bunch of different wholesale suppliers. And we're pretty much ready to hit the ground running on it. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be a nice, great new project, something to really work my brain cells on. And I'll keep people updated as we go. So that was a very long-winded answer to your question. And we got one last question here from Eric, who asked it twice. As if I hadn't got to it yet. So, hey, Tom, is the course for Facebook Marketplace course the only course that you sell, or will I find more things to purchase if I buy that course? There's lots of course. No, we have multiple courses. We have Facebook Marketplace. We have eBay, 2 eBay ones, retail and wholesale. We have Amazon course. We have how to hire virtual assistants, which is given for like a $50 discount at the checkout of every other course or every course that we have. And that's that. So just DM me on Instagram if you're interested in any of them. And what does Ecom Tomcat say? Is that a Jason haircut or a Playa del Carmen haircut? Look at this time. I guess it is kind of like what Jason gets. The thing is that I used to always cut my own hair. Like I legitimately have been cutting my own hair for like 6 years. Because I didn't like going to the barber shop, and then the barber shop just messes up your hair, and then you had to fix it anyways. And I already had to fix this one because it's combed over, but I had to cut off extra hair over here because it's sticking out. So this one I had to fix less of, so I was happy about it. But yeah, I mean, the only thing I couldn't really do was fade my head very well because it's hard if you're doing it yourself and you don't really have a good mirror. And that's, yeah, so I mean, it was funny because I went to the barbershop in Playa del Carmen and it literally says haircuts $12 on the wall. And I was like, all right, $12 haircut, much cheaper than the United States. And I was in like the most touristy spot in Playa del Carmen. And then I asked the dude when I was done how much it cost. And he said 200 pesos, which is like the equivalent of like $10.80 or something like that. So somehow it was much cheaper paying with pesos. And, you know, I tipped him and it was like $5 tip or something. I think I gave him out of the $10 I paid. And then it was $15. I remember I went and got a haircut in Massachusetts, like ended up being like $40 afterwards. I was like, what the hell is this? So I'm happy for the way that it came out. Any plans to venture over to Cozumel? Great diving over there. I did snorkeling over there like last month. I do plan to go back over. There's the ferry and everything to get you there. I just haven't been there in a bit. I need to do more touristy things because I haven't in a while. If you're catering for a small population, like under 1 million, would you diversify or niche down? I'd probably, it depends. I don't know. Niche down probably. I mean, if you're talking about like a country or something, like you're in a different country that only has like 1 million people, maybe there's something specific to that country. I'm not sure though. Thanks, Tom. Always informative. You're welcome, Chris. Tiffany says she's loving my hair. Thank you very much, Tiffany. I appreciate it. Realistic time frame on starting to make sales, eBay/Amazon Grid to Facebook Marketplace. I'm 1 month into Facebook Marketplace after buying your course. Curious. I mean, if you already know what you're doing, you can make a sale the next day. You know, and you'd be good to go. I mean, eBay and Amazon, you can definitely make. You know, I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can make a sale the next day. I could make a new account, make a sale the next day. But you know, realistic time frame within your first week, you should be good. What if I only have one supplier? Should get more supplier to get more opportunities on hot selling? Yes, you should use more than one supplier. $5 tip for a cut is weak sauce. I said the haircut was only $10, so it was legitimately a 50% tip. But thanks, Jay, for your input. And Dan Marcus says, thanks, Tom. So that's about it for today. We got 41 likes. Let's try to get 50 likes before the end of this video gets off. Let's try to get 50. Smash that like button. I don't really have any more updates. I'm going to try to do every Sunday at 7 p.m. If I have a theme for it or something to announce, I'll announce it. If I don't, then I won't. I'll just put a date there and call it a live dropshipping Q&A. And that's about it. Hopefully the internet was stable. I did get a few things saying it wasn't that stable, but it should be fine. And yeah, so I'll see you all next week. Thank you all for showing up. I appreciate the interaction and the questions. And Jonathan says, great live, Tom. Thanks for the info. You're welcome. So with that, I'm going to be off. Thank you and have a great Monday tomorrow. Crush your week. Carpe that DM. Thank you.